Alright, this is Frank Bookard. I am making my third video. This one will serve several different purposes. I will be making a quick bread, i.e. biscuits. We'll be cutting up a chicken. I believe those are two modules I got to do. And then for dinner, I am going to do a chicken fricassee, country biscuits, and Brussels sprouts. And I'll give you the recipes on that as well. This one will probably be a little bit long, but we'll make the best of it. Let's go ahead and start with the biscuits. Give me 2 seconds and I'll show you the mise en place. Alright, we're back with the mise en place. Just washed my hands. Have my scale here. Everything has been measured out. I'll give you a quick, see if I can back this up a little bit. There we go. Alright. Let's see here. Is it the same size? Not the same size. That's the same size. Alright. So tear that out. Just to give you an idea, the original recipe called for 36 biscuits. I just broke it in half. That's an awful lot of biscuits. I don't know if that's going to be big enough for that. Alright, anyways. So just to give you an idea, this is supposed to be 1 pound 4 ounces. Comes right about there. I have my liquid, my dry, the sugar, alright, so let's go ahead and put everything together. I don't have a sifter, but I do have one of these little puppies right here. That's the flour, baking powder, salt, sugar. Hands have been washed. Okay. Alright, we're going to sift it. Exciting stuff, huh? Ta-da! Much nicer. Alright, so now I have to cut in the butter. I have my butter in the freezer. Normally I would use a food processor, but the recipe doesn't call for that. However, I did think about it. I will be using my cheese grater to put the butter in. I got the butter nice and cold. Let's see here. I.e. in the freezer. Take this. Actually, probably could have been a little bit colder. Alright. Get some more. Before I had my brilliant idea, I cut the butter down, hoping it would freeze quicker. So some is cut, some isn't. tricky. Some in there, knock some of that butter down. Okay. Jump in there, pull some of that butter down. Here once again in my kitchen because this is actually going to be dinner for the family tonight. I do miss working in the commercial kitchen. I seem to have a lot more room. And we do what we do. Seems like a lot of butter. Of course, it is shredded. All right. So now I'm going to add my liquid. Wash my hands. Got my milk right here. It just until it's incorporated. Now I'm going to take my hands and kind of work it. There we go. There's a baking tool around. It's probably your hand. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna put this in the fridge to get it chilled. Then I'm gonna set up my my rolling station. We'll go ahead and roll these out and put them on this pan. I did not have any parchment paper, so I will spray this with canola oil just to keep them from sticking. Hold please. All right, we're back. I have my rolling station right here. I have a rolling pin that actually I can set the depth. I've got it set for 1/4 inch. Normally I would do this on the table, but my table's old. I don't want to wrap it or anything like that, so we're just going to do it right here. I do have a little bit of bench flour. I'll put it right there on this cutting board. I'm going to take this, I'll lay it out, and I can automatically tell that is not going to be, that's going to be not big enough. Let's swap up here real quick. Ta-da, I got one of those. All right. Same thing. A little flour on the top. Top goes to the bottom. A little flour on the bottom goes to the top. Keep that right there. I'm going to roll these out to about 1/4 inch. Boy, you're going to be tricky like that, huh? There we go. Looks like it's a one-way roll today. Yep, miss my big kitchen. A little flour on that just to make sure everything goes. You can see the butter flakes in it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I sure can. All right. Just kind of give it a little. All right. Now, it didn't say what size biscuits. I'm just going to make them my size. Other than saying it's 1/4 ounce, I got these little cutters. If I didn't have little cutters, I'd probably find something else to use. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I could probably go one size bigger, but I'm going to stay with this. All right, let's do it. Push straight down, never twist. That's my dog. Oh, it came up. I'm a little concerned I might have overworked him a little bit, but we will see. Got too small a tray for that too. I am knocking them out of the park with too small stuff. 4, 5. Oopsie. 6. Okay. Do I have a big one? I do have a big one. Yay. I like to have my biscuits touch. I think it helps them rise. You may argue. That's okay with me. You're the teacher. I'll do as you think. All right, let's see here. Ta-da! All right. Ooh. Okay. Hush, Daphne. That's my dog. Okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll it one more time. These will probably not be as pretty as the first ones, but I hate to waste the dough. So let's kind of put it together. A little flour. Little flour. Little flour. It said 1/4 inch. It still looks small to me. Let's see what happens when the baking soda kicks in. Hush, Daphne. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and possibly 8, maybe 8. All right. There you go. I will not reuse this dough another time. My grandmother would, but she also came from the Great Depression, so things were a little different back then. Right now we live in the land of plenty, so I'm going to let this roll. All right, so here's my biscuits. Look good. There's one more. I preheated my oven to 425. It's pretty hot in here right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in. When I come back, I'm going to break down the chicken, and then we'll actually start dinner proper. All right, next one is chicken. This place is now a hazmat zone. I have paper towels, I have a clean knife, I have a cutting board, I have a place to put my chicken, and I have my small chicken right here. It has been washed, but now I'm going to take my paper towels and dry it off. Oh, and I have my disinfecting wipes so I can wash everything down once I'm done. I do not like to mess around with chicken. Okay. Oh, and I have a trash bag for all my goodies. Okay, so looking at chicken, it's still got some feathers on it. I'm gonna pull those off real quick. I got this from my local market. It was the smallest chicken I could find. It's about 2 pounds. We'll be using this to make the chicken fricassee. Other than that, it looks good, smells good. Don't see any grays. Came with the gizzards and the livers and the neck. I took those out. I will probably boil those and give those to my dog because I don't eat them. Man, this guy's got a lot of them on there. Come on in. Oh, you're going to be a pain to tuck it so I can tell already. All right. I usually like to work on a larger chicken, but this should be okay. I'm going to break it down into 8 pieces. Come on, people. All right. So, looking at my chicken, I spread it out a little bit, get a lay of the land, so to speak. See where the ribs are. There's the back. Okay. Big slice right there. Come on, knife. You're supposed to be sharper than that. I have to sharpen my knife. There's the thigh. What I do is I usually pop it. There's the thigh and a drumstick. Let's see if we can do the same side over here. Feel around. There we go. Yeah, definitely need to sharpen the knife. Alright. Same thing, break it down. Feel around. Pop it. So you can see that right there. There's the joint. All right. I find once I pop it, it's usually pretty easy to follow the line. There you go. Okay. Now what I'll do, I usually cut this bottom half off right here. Okay. Pop it out. Okay. That right there. Give it a little pop. So now I'm left with the wings and the breasts. Breast, I flip it over, I take the heel of my knife, give it a quick right through. There we go. So now I have quartered my chicken. I thought I pulled all y'all off. I'm gonna have to get a pair of pliers and take those off. Alright, so if I wanted to airline it, I could airline it from here. I'm going to go ahead, cut these off. I find that if you follow the fat line right there, it's usually your best bet. You can also kind of push it up, feel the joint. Okay, drumstick, pretty little thigh. Push down a little bit. There it is. Drumstick. Okay. Same thing. Come over here, kind of feel around. There's the joint. Wing. Flip it over. Feel around. Wing. Breast. Bone in. That needs a little cleaner right there. I got a little rib on it. Rest. Now, something that doesn't say in the book, but what I like to do is like to take this, pull the skin back, and usually there we go. These parts right here are called the oyster. I like to usually cut those out too, but seeing how I'm just going to make a fricassee, I'm not going to worry about it, but in culinary class when I was in it, that was a no-no. Okay, so I'm not going to save that. Put my knife over there to wash. Put my board over there to wash. Put my bowl over there to wash. Okay, 2 wings. Two wings, 2 rests, 2 legs, 2 thighs. Broke it down to 8 pieces. This will go back in the fridge and wait until I am ready to start cooking the fricassee and everything else. All right, biscuits are done. I was going to start the fricassee, but I wanted to show you those real quick. I'm not really happy with them. I feel they're kind of thin. I did roll them out to 1/4 inch, is what the recipe said. Probably should have rolled them out a little bit more. They did double in size. You can see. Let's see, we'll crack one open. Let's find an Uggo. I guess they're all kind of Uggos. All right, they just came out, so they're super hot. Looks good. Sam! Yeah. Come here, bud. Sam is our resident biscuit expert. We'll see what he says. I need a biscuit tester. Alright. Super hot. Let me get you a plate. Alright. There you go.
Where's that? Okay.
Tell me how it tastes.
Let's see.
You can be honest for my professor. She won't.
Let's break it off.
Okay. On a scale of canned biscuit to Cracker Barrel, where do they fall?
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. There you go. All right. Good job. I'm going to save these for dinner. I'm just going to go ahead and put them someplace on a wire rack where they can cool down, and then I'll kind of reheat them real quick when it comes time for dinner. All right. Chicken fricassee. Chicken I just cut up. You saw that. It's been seasoned. I'm going to make my sachet. I've got my chicken stock. I've got my dry white wine, heavy cream, flour, onion. Oh, I just spilled my wine. That means I got to get more wine. Okay. I'm crushing my peppercorns right now. See if you can see that. Hold, please. I just used my knife to crush it. I have cheesecloth, but somehow I used all my kitchen twine. So I'm going to try making my sachet in my tea thingy. I don't know what it's called. It's late. I've been working all day. Alright, so there's my sachet. Alright. While we're being truthful and honest, I did not clarify the butter. I can clarify it, but I decided not to. However, what I did do was I took olive oil. I took olive oil and butter and put them together. My crooked stove is being facetious today. Alright, so got the chicken seasoned on both sides. With salt and a little pepper. Once again, not a fan of white pepper. I'm going to start it off skin side down. Should have got a bigger boat. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook. Throw this away here. I'm going to let this cook. I'm not going to let it brown necessarily. I'm going to let it cook. I'm going to pause right here, set up for the Brussels sprouts because that's the second part of the meal. And then we'll get back together with this. I'll take you through the onions and everything else. Okay, super action fun time. I'm cleaning my Brussels sprouts. I've already cleaned these. I've saved a couple here. Just go ahead and show you. Oh, that's not a good Brussels sprout. So I'm going to throw that away. It doesn't say to do it in the book, but I like to trim a little bit off the end. Cut in half. That's good. This will be a quick one here. I'm going to cut these. Alright. Awesome. So they're all washed and cleaned. Real quick, I'm going to take you back over here. There's my chicken. Got some tongs. Gonna flip them over. There you go. Not browned, just as the book says. Just got a little, showing a little cook on, a little color. All right. Now, while that's going, I've got a medium diced onion here. I'll go ahead and add these in. We'll let these get translucent. Alright. When I come back, we'll add the chicken stock and the cream and the flour to this and start a simmer, and then I'll have the Brussels sprouts getting ready to go. I actually have some roasting potatoes in the oven, little fingerlings. That's going to complete the meal along with the biscuits, and hopefully we'll be almost done. Okay, I'm back. The chicken looks good. The onions look what they call translucent. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of a roux.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm going to sprinkle a little flour up in here.
The state system, I'll make some calls and we'll see if we can have that happen. This wasn't for us and very intelligent.
Kind of give it a stir.
She was very careful with her words. I would say the first interview, she was feeling us out as much as we were feeling her out. She would give you answers that were very limited, very shallow, hoping that we would accept them and go away. Of course, we never did. We kept coming back.
A few weeks after Marjorie asked me if I could move her to a prison closer to Erie, they actually arranged for a transfer, anticipating she'd provide new information about the heist. But she didn't.
When you're making a sauce or a thickener out of flour, you want to cook it for a couple minutes just to make sure you get that flour taste out of it.
I admit I wondered if you were building rapport with this person, a criminal who'd murdered 2 boyfriends, and whose husband died in a suspicious home accident.
Oops.
Plus there was her
Sorry, in between I'm watching Evil Genius. I usually watch something while I cook or listen to music, something like that. Anyways, interesting. If you got Netflix and you haven't seen it yet, I suggest that you watch it. It's pretty good. Alright, that's starting to get there. Not really seeing a lot of fond. There's a little bit forming up on there. Let me deglaze that pan with a little bit of oil, wine. Peppercorn. All right, so got a little bit of wine here. Scraping the bits I see. There you go. That's what you're looking for right there. Oops. All right, chicken stock. Okay. So now this will simmer for about 30 to 45 minutes until the chicken is done. I don't think it'll take that long because it's small chicken, but we'll use a thermometer to check it. Wash that. I only have one set of tongs, so I need to double duty it. Okay. Lid on that thing. We'll come back and check this. When this is done, we'll go ahead and start, or when this gets close enough to being done, we'll go ahead and start the Brussels sprouts. Hey, it's me. I forgot to throw my sachet in. That's a big no-no. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down there, and I'm going to try to get it into the sauce. There we go. All right. Okay, we're back. We're about halfway through with the simmering here. Looks good. Bubbly, bubbly. This back pan, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Nope. Give me 2 seconds here. No. There you go. I'm going to do the Brussels sprouts in here. Let's go ahead and hit it with some oil. That's right here. It says 2 ounces. I think it's going to take a little more than 2 ounces, but we'll start off there. All right. 2 ounces. Yes, it's hot. Maybe a little too hot. Don't burn me. Oh, this one. As you can see, I have a cattywampus stove. Oh, hot, hot, hot. Let me get that tongs. All right. Great. Nice. Tell you what I'm going to do. Give it a second. That's a little hot. I'm going to do it. There we go. That's livable. Hand's too small almost. All right. Come back up. A little salt, a little pepper. Split. There you go. Summer's probably darker than others. So took a hit from the heat. That's a good one. That's a good one. Homeboy right there is looking pretty good. That's a good one. Ooh, it is hot in this kitchen, y'all. That's a good one. Nope. Let's see what that's got. Nope. Maybe. That's not bad. That was not bad. Alright. There we go. Things are starting to get a little more workable. Ooh. Come on, big boy. There we go. This is a heck of a video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Always fighting me. You too. There we go. That's you, Buster. Yeah, that's right. I will personally cook these suckers till they're about black. I like them crispy. We both have them a little less. Alright, so we're going to let them go here for about another 8 to 10 minutes. Then I'm going to take them. I've got the oven on 350. And then we'll finish them off. That's my fricassee. Looking freaking good. Smells better. We'll come back in a few minutes. I'll show you the transfer. Hopefully by the time of the transfer, it'll be ready for this to go, for me to string this. So we'll be moving right on track. All right, we're back. I'm going to go ahead and put that down in the oven carefully. Shaky, shaky. Oh, I forgot to turn off my thingy again. Sorry. All right. So those are going in. Those will cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. Hopefully by the time they're done, we'll be done here. All right. Chicken breast. 160, 172. Juices run clear. Thighs are about 190, I think it was. So they're actually a little over. Oh, come on, baby. Keep your skin. Alright, I'm going to take and place the chicken right here because this is nice and hot. It's been sitting over the oven for at least an hour. Okay. There's a little goodie on that one. Alright, put that one there. There. Alright, this is my sachet. Sachet worked okay. We'll open it and take a look in a second. I'm just going to kind of scrape up anything that's here. I hear little feet. Next video I'll have this stove fixed so it won't be so cattywampus. I've been thinking about how I'm going to do it all day. Alright, anyway, so now I got some heavy cream. Everything's better with butter and cream. Okay. Give that a little stir. Make sure we get all the good stuff. Once this is incorporated, I will strain it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I'm a madman. Take this off. I'll put this one on. Ow, my toe. Wipe that off. Take a sachet, put it in the sink. Alright, let's see if we can do this no hand style. Strainer. Went and bought some cheesecloth. A little container right here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to swing you around. Hot, 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 hot. Give me a second to move my oven there. There we go. Back over there. Ooh. Simmer. Simmer done now. Here. That's my bacon grease. Cup. Cheesecloth in there. Place that right there. Because I know it's hot and heavy, I'm going to get two. Alright. Settle down, settle down. Alright. Splatter right there. There we go. And I kind of push it through. I think if I was doing this beyond the recipe, I would probably just take this out and hit it with an immersion blender. And blend all that stuff back up, and then put that in the put that back in. All right, pretty good, pretty good. All right, so we take that. Pour it back over the chicken. We're gonna let that simmer, so I'm just gonna bring it up to heat. Don't go anywhere, don't blink. Don't touch that dial. All right, so that's going. Put my knife away. See what I keep stepping on. Oh, no. Like this. All right, put that over there. Arrange the chicken again. Hello. Okay, so the Brussels sprouts should be about ready. I'd say so. Check them out. Okay. Let's do a little tasty taste. Sauce is good. Sauce is good. Let me take that crunchy one right there at your feet. Brussels sprouts good. Okay. In the book it said lemon juice or balsamic. I would normally do lemon juice, but just for poops and giggles, I think I'm going to do balsamic. Got a little bit of balsamic vinegar here. I'm just going to drizzle it on. Okay. All right. Give me 2 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and plate this up. Alright, so plate up. I've got some fingerling potatoes that I roasted off. There's our biscuit we made. I'll take, let's see here. You want a breast, wing, thigh, drumstick? How you feeling? I'm talking to you. A breast, please. So I'm going to take that breast. I'm going to lay it, get in there, right there. Let's see where my ladle went off to. I'll use that instead. All right. So I'm going to let this kind of be like the gravy. Right there. Fight my wife over the Brussels sprouts. That's probably good. A little parsley, and there you go. That is my meal for the evening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.
Is it bone in?
Bone in.